What is the best part of being a teacher? Welcome back to the Teacher's Brew. My name is Nate Wilcox, and this is my semi-daily reflection vlog where I take some time to reflect on my own practice. On Friday of last week, I had to think differently about a project that I was teaching because I caught myself in this terrible habit. And if you are a teacher, you know this habit to be true. It is the habit of doing what's easiest rather than what's best. Now, there are a million categories in education where you can find yourself in this rut. But for me, I noticed it was particularly around an area that would give students less of an experience than otherwise. For you as a teacher, I just ask you, what is your why? What is the thing about teaching that brings you back to the school building every single day? What is that thing that you wait for and hope for and fight for? Are you truly fighting for it is the question I had to ask myself on Friday. Am I really, truly fighting for that thing? Now, it's easy when we have standards and we have data and we have procedures. We have a lot of other things that are necessary parts of our educational experience. In this profession, we have to do it. We have to focus on it. We have to care about it. They're important things and they're worth considering. But are they stopping you or are they stopping us from being able to be our best educational selves? I kind of forgot to brew coffee. This is kind of important. This is part of the gig. By the way, I am brewing Peet's coffee, Peet's Arabian Mocha Java. Every Mocha Java I've ever had is fantastic. I don't know what makes it Mocha Java, but it's delicious. So I just want to throw that out there. You should give it a try. So what is your why? What is the reason that you teach? What is that thing that you are looking for, that you are fighting for? Because if it's the aha moment, for example, let's just use that as an example. If it's the aha moment where students flip a switch and all of a sudden they get it, that's a great moment as a teacher. That's one of the things that is exciting about teaching. If that's the thing that you're fighting for, it takes a lot of effort to aim for the aha moment. Because what is the underlying assumption? The underlying assumption is that they don't understand it first and they didn't understand it the first time around. Otherwise, the aha moment wouldn't really be all that aha, right? It has to come with a little bit of adversity. But that adversity is what makes that aha moment really exciting because they had to fight for it and it was really hard for them and it didn't come the first or second time around. But as an educator, you pushed and you didn't give up on them and you kept trying and trying and trying and encouraging and encouraging and encouraging. I think about Rita Pierson in her famous TED Talk where she writes on her paper +2 and the student's like, "Mrs. Pierson, did I fail? Is this an F?" She's like, "Yes, but you aren't all bad, right?" That's in my mind's eye as I think about this. It's that mentality that I'm gonna fight for this child until they reach success, and I'll do whatever it takes to help them be successful. Here's the thing about it. With all of the things that we have to do as educators, with the grind, with overcoming online teaching or hybrid teaching or whatever experience you're having right now, it's really hard to stay dedicated to that goal. But if you're not fighting for your why, you're gonna lose it and you're gonna have a hard time connecting with that passion that you have inside of us. Dave Burgess wrote a book called Teach Like a Pirate. He now has a bunch of other books as well. But in his book, Teach Like a Pirate, he talks about the importance very early on in the book of having content passion, personal passion, and professional passion, and bringing those three different things into your educational experience as a teacher every single day. If it were just a given, he wouldn't have to specify it. I have a brother that I was fortunate to work with for a few years. We got to work together, and he was a learning technology coordinator, and so he got to affect educational practices in our building. And one of the things that he's really good at is power of moments. He's really good at helping create moments in the classroom that get kids excited about learning and pulling passion out of people. And I love that he's so dedicated to that. He doesn't give up on the power of moments. And it's not easy to create a power of moment experience every single day. There's a reason that that is hard to do, because it takes a lot of effort and a lot of energy. But if that's the thing that you go to work for every day, creating that experience for kids, then are you fighting for it? Are you willing to go past the standards? Are you willing to work past improving data and doing all of that, and on top of all of that, still trying to create a power of moment experience for children? It takes a grind to get through all of the things that have to be done in education and still have the energy and the fight to fight for the why that you have as a teacher, because they don't always happen every single day. One of my favorite things about being a middle school technology teacher is I get to create experiences for students to learn different types of technologies and try and get excited about them. And because I get to do that, and I get to show them all of these different types of technology, and I get to create experiences for them to get excited about it, that became my why as a middle school tech teacher. I have other whys, of course, but that's one of my big ones. And I just noticed that last Friday, I was in a rut, and I was kind of focusing on just what was the best teaching strategy that I could come up with in that exact moment. And what I was missing in the moment was the experience, which oftentimes builds that student engagement and then solves a lot of those management problems that you're facing anyways. So I decided to do something that was harder. For my robotics class, I decided to go in a different route, in a route that would take me more time and more effort, because I wanted to create that experience, because I realized I was disconnected from my why for that group of kids. If they don't get to actually experience why robotics is amazing, then maybe they'll never know that they have this hidden truth, or maybe they'll never know that they have this hidden passion for robotics that they didn't realize could even be possible. Or maybe they don't realize that they have this passion for computer science or coding and programming, and because they didn't have that experience with robotics, they didn't actually get to learn that about themselves. I want to connect students with their passions. That's one of those things that I get excited about. When kids find out, wow, I really love green screen technology. This is really fun. I really enjoy this. Or, man, I didn't know that I could be good at coding and programming. That's something that gets me out of bed every morning and gets me into the classroom. So I have to ask myself, and my encouragement for myself today is to fight for the why, fight for that excitement, and fight for that deep, hidden passion that they may not realize is there. My encouragement to you is to do the same. What is your why? Don't give up on it. Even though you have a lot of other stuff going on with online learning, with data, and all the things that you do still have to do, don't give up on your why either, because that is what gets you out of bed in the morning, and that is the thing that will re-energize you after a hard day's work. Have a great day of teaching.